Hello to everyone on this good Tuesday. I appreciate you guys for joining me today. We've started out the week as a great week. Today's a good week. I'm excited about what's going to happen on this week. I always have an expectation of good things. Today, we are just going to get right into it, jump right into it. I see I already got the first comment of the day. Um, Arsenu, how are you doing today? I appreciate you for joining the channel. You're the first to jump on, man. Tell me about your week and how things going for you. Um, Everybody else that is joining, I would love to see where you are watching from in the chat, where you're watching from in the world. Give me your location. I always like to see who I'm talking to and what part of the world I'm talking to. As you know, this is, if you don't already know, this is a tech channel. We'll specialize in all things tech, the future of products and technologies, and the rest is just details, right? Want to introduce myself. My name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media, and I'm so excited to be here today. Arshnu says it's good right now working at my dad's PC shop. Okay, cool, awesome, awesome. Well, I appreciate you for joining. Appreciate your time here. But for those of you that are not familiar, I started this tech channel probably about 5 to 6 years ago, and ever since then, we've been on a journey. Technology has increased. Um, I've landed on YouTube as being, for me, probably the best social media platform out there. YouTube, of course, is a search engine. Um, you make a video, create a video, you can put it online. Um, it stays on there for lifetimes, and people can search and research, and we could get into like evergreen products and all of that. But I'm not here about that. Here to talk to you guys. Appreciate you guys for appreciate you guys all for joining today. It's been great. Let me know in the chat where you are watching from today. Please let me know the location of where you're watching from. For those of you that are meeting me for the first time, my name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. We talk tech, we talk AI, and today I'm really talk about the future of AI and leadership and how that looks, and leaderships in the world. Of course, we've got some things happening globally. A few like a war almost globally that's happening. So I want to maybe get into that without necessarily talking about the details. You guys know who's out there fighting, but um, appreciate you guys. Let's see here. Nina is hey Nina, how's it going today? Thanks for joining the chat. Thank you for joining the chat. Um, Appreciate you guys for being here. Zomba is here. Hello, Zomba. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the chat. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you all for for being here. Um, you guys are great. Usually my followers are just amazing, amazing people. Um, and hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I sort of was a little bit busy, but we rest and recover and rejuvenate ourselves. And here are on a Tuesday. So just to let you guys know, I'm normally here on a Tuesday and Friday of every week. I'm here same time, and we just pretty much talk. I mean, last Friday we had a great conversation, talking about the future of AI technology. I believe we were talking about were we talking about Meta? I can't even remember, but if you get a chance, go back and watch the video. It was pretty spot on. We had a great time. Um, but yeah, let me know in the chat where you are from. Nulik, how's it going? How's it going today? So I want to jump right into it. Like I want to jump right into the video, and I really want to talk about the leadership in terms of, you know, leadership today has been so polarizing, right? We've had leaders of all kinds. I'm not necessarily going to name names, but you would know and you would understand whatever country you're from. You have a sort of opinion of who your leader is and how they act, and if you like them or if you don't. You're obviously entitled to your opinion. Here in America, we sort of have the freedom and the liberty to voice and to act as far as voting for our leadership. So, and freedom is subjective, right? It's more like liberty. I have the liberty. The freedom is sort of another thing, but not going to get into that. But uh, leadership is very important to, especially leadership style. Leadership is very important to the growth of any type of country. And so, I want to talk today about AI, artificial intelligence, the future of it, and the leadership of if we have good good leaders versus bad leaders, and how AI is going to sort of be integrated and change that. Um, and so we're going to get right into it. So let's see. Arch News says, I think Apple's new Liquid Touch feature was a cover up for Apple Intelligence. Good point, Arch New. I think it's all a cover up, to be honest with you. But I never thought to think from that perspective. I think they will be. I explained this before in the last video. Apple is not necessarily focusing on its involvement in its sort of building or the structure and design of AI technology, just simply because it wants to focus and it believes. I think Apple believes that the technology of AI is going to be something that we sort of have around us. It's not going to necessarily be an actual app that we go to every time we want AI. It's going to be integrated in our everyday living, obviously in our phones, in our clothes, in every way. So they want to focus less on the application or the apps, but more on the surrounding environment, right? AI is going to be like a surrounding environment. So that's a good point, Arsenal. I believe that to sort of halfway be true, right? The Liquid Touch is sort of like, and Apple is great with that. They're great with innovating sort of these cool features, right? We've got like some cool sort of aesthetics that sort of like they wow us for the moment, and we sort of get into it and get used to it, and everybody's using it because everybody has an iPhone, so forth and so on. So that's a good question. Guys, let me know in the chat where you all are watching from here. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you get a chance, if you enjoy, or if you're enjoying the conversation thus far. I haven't even really gotten into it, but I'm gonna double back, and we're just gonna talk about leadership in countries, and leadership in government, leadership in with companies, and how AI is going to sort of affect this. Let's talk real. Let's talk real for a second. The future of AI, and when it comes to actual factual, like especially like government leadership. Now, I know some people, most people are worried. Like, what if bad leaders start using AI to do bad things and to do worse things? That's a pretty that question is pretty common, right? We have bad leadership, and they have sometimes, most times, bad leadership has access to materials and resources to allow them to do bad things. And so I get that. That's a valid concern, right? The question is again, what if bad leaders use AI to do worse things? You guys answering the question. What do you think? What if there are bad leaders in the future that are going to use AI to sort of perform and hurt others? But here for me, here's what's interesting. I What's interesting for me is most people, even the bad ones, even those who are bad, they actually act good when they're being noticed or when they're being watched. What does that mean? So bad leadership, when it's in the eye of the public or it's being watched by some other source, it normally tends to act good because they want to have a perception to the public. I'm a great leader. I'm a good leader. You ever notice that? So if you put the spotlight on somebody, suddenly they're polite. Suddenly they're generous. They want to be helpful. They're benevolent. They're saying all the right things to sort of appease the public eye because perception is everything, right? Being in the public space as a leader, you've got to sort of sway the majority. I don't care where I don't care if you're in a capitalist society, if you're in a monarchy, if you're in a democracy, if you're in just all the different society. It really doesn't matter. But leaders tend to act better when they're being watched. And so how does that really tie in with AI? Well, actually, putting the spotlight and putting cameras and putting devices on somebody, it forces them to really kind of be something that they're not. But it forces you. Human nature says, oh my goodness, I've got to be good. Like I've got to be generous. And here is why, for me, I feel like AI may actually help this situation and not hurt, because AI, we're heading in a time where you're constantly being watched, right? Everything is being watched. Your actions, all of the patterns, even some decisions are being watched. And the consistent watching might actually force people in leadership to actually act right. So this is sort of it's a terminology call, and I have it up here. But leadership tends to act right when they're being watched, even if it's for show, right? Even if they're just showing up. Now, I'm not saying it fixes absolutely everything, but because acting good and being bad aren't the same. They are not. They're not the same. So let's see who we have. Daniel, welcome to the chat, man. Thank you for joining. Hope you had a good weekend. Let's see. Hey, Brad, I hope things are well. About to go to my dentist, but I'll be back to chat. So, okay. All right. Have fun at the dentist, man. Thanks for signing in. Appreciate you for locking in, man. Uh, good luck at the dentist. Good luck at the dentist. Not a fun spot. Nah, not a fun spot to be in. I actually don't. I actually don't mind the dentist. I actually like the dentist over the doctor. But yeah, I'll see you soon, Daniel. Definitely on that. So, getting back to it, AI and leadership, and what does that mean for the future of leadership? Will leadership get better, or will it get worse? Right. And the key word for me, like I said, or the key phrase is acting good isn't necessarily the same thing as um and being good, but let's be real, acting out in public could mean less harm for people that are under any sort of leader's experience, right? Sometimes you just need folks to behave, even if it's not from the heart, right? Like you need to force them to sort of behave. So let's see. Comments. Facts YT says, what do you think about Ed Sheeran's Sapphire song? He made a music video from India. I'm not totally sure about the Sapphire song. I don't know. I know Ed Sheeran is a worldwide audience. Was there some controversy with his music video? I'm not sure. But yeah, want to take this time to invite you to like this video and subscribe to this channel today. My name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. Thank you so much. Today. I know I don't have a title. Like guys, I jump on here and I start talking. Sometimes we talk about what the comments are in the comments. So I'm totally about feeding off of what you guys are saying in the chat. So feel free to leave comments to yeah, come by and say hi. Let me know, like I said, where you are watching this particular live video from. If you're watching the replay on the chat, I appreciate you so much. Don't forget, guys, to subscribe when you get a chance. Today we're talking about AI and the future of leadership and how AI sort of trains leaders to act a certain way, especially while being watched or while being looked upon. Facts YT, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. We're here, guys. We're here. I'm here every Tuesday and every Friday. So you guys would hang out with me. I greatly appreciate it. We talk about some everything. A lot of times I'm into Apple and I'm into like the new updates of all the Apple products. That's what I use. Sitting here actually in my studio, if you guys can see. This is my studio. I haven't really haven't I haven't actually turned anything on. I just have my camera or my phone turned on, and we're here. We're here talking. So I appreciate you all for joining the chat. Appreciate you for joining live. And like I said, I don't. I mean, I've tried. I have tried like sort of to provide a title and keywords and all that, and it didn't really fit me because I'm like, you know, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, right? I don't know what we're going to dive into. I sort of feed off of the comment section. I sort of feed off of what you all are sort of giving me. So don't forget to yeah, once again, leave me some chats, man. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're watching. Um, would love to hear from you. And yeah, to get right back into the video. So acting good and being good aren't the same, especially when it comes to leadership. So here's the other side of that. Let's see. Arshnu says not. Can you see my comments? Yeah, Arshnu, I can see your comments. I know you mentioned about the liquid touch feature to cover up Apple Intelligence, and yeah, I agree as well. What I said earlier was um, the liquid touch is and it can be both that and right. Apple's maybe they are trying to cover up the fact of the lack of sort of their focus on Apple Intelligence, but they're also Apple, right? They're also the company that gives you the colors, they give you the schemes, they give you the rounded corners, the sleek design, um, the iPhone that everybody uses, everybody sort of has, right? These little nuances of design and features that you can keep the consumer sort of coming back, right? It's almost like candy. It's like digital candy. It's like digital technology that's a like digital candy, like literally. So Arshni says now was saying something else after I think yeah, YouTube may have censored it, man. I don't know. Maybe say it another word or another way. But no, I didn't see that particular comment. Um, but yeah. Chime in on the chat today as we're talking about leadership in AI. So the thing about bad leadership and how AI can sort of circumvent bad leadership. AI literally can be an exposer, right? AI can expose people. You can say one thing, right, and the data shows something else. And I mean, well, that's been proven over and over, especially in American in this society. Like data can say really, and to be honest with you, you really can say what you want to, like about the data that you have. The data can pretty much allow you to say, you can skew how you want your what you want to say based off of the data, right? But and there's sort of a digital trail, right? With bad leadership, it's like, oh, I want to put this sort of propaganda out to the world, but AI can expose you, right? Like, there's a digital trail, and it does not lie, right? It does not lie. AI can call out people without saying a word. Now we're talking about AI, artificial intelligence, and the power that it has to sort of keep um, a transparent look or the focus on leadership. Let's see. Not Richard says Air India, yes, is believed to be due to a dual engine failure from Boeing. Yeah, it was another. So, side note with that, yeah, I know there was another crash. I, I, I mean, I told you like Boeing. We talked about it on Friday. Boeing is a company. I did some research on Boeing probably a year and a half ago, and they don't. They like fired half of their staff, right? They let go a bunch of people, and not to get too deep with it, but we do know about the overhead crash that happened. Arshnu, it honestly, because you are in India, I bet you um you're probably being censored just by your country. I mean, I'm being honest with you because YouTube has only certain regulations and things they can do. So that's probably what happened. You probably got censored from just your country. So anyway, Yeah, those plane crashes are horrific, man. Definitely sending out love and prayer to India. I don't like to see that. I did see that there was one survivor in one of the crashes last week, and then there was another crash. So that's just not that's not a good thing. I don't even know. Do you Arshnu? Do you remember the name of the flight or the airplane? I said airplane company. Um, do you know which? Well, you did say Boeing. So but yeah, that's not cool. Um, yeah. So, but yeah, we know to jump back into what I was saying. AI is becoming a mirror and an amplifier in the future at the hands in the hands of leaders. Right? It can magnify your leaders' values, decision making processes, all of those things, and even what the intentions of a leader is. It puts and shines a digital light on it, right? And if you have strong leaders that are ethical, you know, AI can drive the transparency, efficiency, and fairness of leadership, right? But if it's used by corruptive people, leaders who are corrupt, and leaders who manipulate you, then AI is able to reinforce control and surveillance and sort of reinforce this misinformation. That's why I like in the age of the social media platforms and digital news, the the normal news that we watch. Well, I don't really watch the news, but those of you who watch the normal news channels, those news channels are becoming they're becoming extinct. They don't necessarily the media doesn't have its control over its society like it used to, like 10, 15, 10 years ago, right? Media is just not the same because you can get information and news from other sources outside of your normal the media that's on TV. So let's see here. We got some more comments. All right, Nabbit World, what's up, man? Nabbit World, thanks for joining. Appreciate you commenting. Appreciate you for coming back to the channel. It's great to see you. Great to see you. Great to see you. Your question is any tips? Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Nabbit World says, any tips on how to stop procrastinating? Yes, we all do it. This is a human thing. Yeah, I'm gonna give you my little bit on procrastination, right? Um, yeah, procrastination is something that we wrestle with, and I'm gonna answer this. Hopefully you'll take my answer for what it is, right? Um, you have to reframe your procrastination. You have to reframe your task. You have to say to yourself, instead of saying, I have to do this, say I get to do this, right? You want to shift the obligation into an opportunity, because procrastination for me is deeply rooted into, like, the deeper root is, uh, I don't want to really face what the responsibility is. I don't know. It could be a work responsibility or whatever. Um, I would also, with procrastination, use the 5 minute rule. Right? Tell yourself, I'm just going to work on this for 5 minutes. Right? Use the 5 minute rule, and most of the time, once you start, you can sort of see yourself, the momentum kicking in, and you keep going naturally, um, because the hardest part is just starting, right? So give yourself 5 minutes. Say, I'm gonna work 5 minutes on this, and then I'll shut it down. And that sort of psychologically gets you jumps you right in. If there's a task, in terms of procrastination, if there's a task there, break it down, right? Because procrastination is sort of a thing that thrives on you being overwhelmed. So take your big goal. If it's a project online, or if it's a file that you're using, open it up. Write a paragraph if you're writing something. If it's camera, you're recording something, add the B-roll. right? Break it down into micro tasks, right? Don't try to tackle it all at once. Identify also procrastination. Identify the block. Sometimes it's not really laziness. Sometimes it's fear of you moving forward, right? Procrastination is deeply rooted in some type of fear, the fear of failure, maybe not being a good enough, maybe being exposed as a sort of imposter. People are judging you. Um, and you have to call it out. You say, what am I actually involved? What am I really avoiding with a procrastination? So once you name it, it starts to lose power. Um, and here's a weird thing, like, you can also schedule procrastination time. That sounds weird, right? Sounds wild, but it works, right? Give yourself time to procrastinate on purpose after you've done a meaningful task. And I sort of done that before. And it makes it feel less like a punishment and a choice. And I know that's sort of weird, but also procrastination, if you got distractions, um, Nabbit World, I hope you're there. If you got distractions, you got to probably cut the distractions. Put focus mode on your iPhone and knock them out, man. Respect your creative space, or the space for you to carry out the task that you need to work on. So, but yeah, I hope that helps you. that was that was sort of a ramble on about procrastination, but I wanted to answer the question. Nabbit World, let me know if that sort of helped you with that. So let's get back into the future of AI and leadership. Okay, so what we've been talking about is we've been talking about the future of artificial intelligence and how it sort of puts a spotlight on leadership and how it's able to become a mirror or an amplifier in the hands of leaders. Like, you have good ethical leaders, it can sort of show the transparency of how this leader functions, how they communicate, how they sort of carry out their back end deals, because they're back end their deals in the background, their deals that are made in these boardrooms that nobody knows about. You know what I'm saying? But for corrupt leaders, AI is going to reinforce surveillance and control. It's gonna shine a light on misinformation, right? Yeah, yeah. So, Nabbit World says, as as always, perfect advice. Thanks for reinforcing the same ideas I had on it. I'm going to go now and get on top of my task. Yeah, man. Go do your task. Do what you have to do. It's much more important than being on this video, right? Much rather you actually go do what you need to do and procrastinate, because you might be coming up here to procrastinate, right? And you gotta go what you got. You gotta go do what you gotta do, right? So, Collectors Hub, how's it going? I'm not sure what you're saying. Okay, but we're gonna move forward. So, the thing about leadership, bad leaders tend to act good when they're being watched. And I'm just gonna review kind of what I talked about. This is a psychological, basically a psychological phenom called the Hawthorne effect. And this is where people alter their behavior when they feel like they're being observed, and this has been scientifically proven. They've done scientific studies about this. And sort of AI is sort of another layer to this, right? AI could play a significant role to be a digital overseer, right? It's watching you. It's sort of watching you. Cameras, we got cameras, analytics, we've got trackers, public data. Data's everywhere, right? We're in the constant process of tracking. I'm reading a book now talking about the 12 forces of technology. One of the forces is tracking. If you can imagine for a moment, how much we get tracked, how much data is being spread, especially online. How many times people are going to data for analytics. So this data can also be used um, for good, right? As you got analytics, you got cameras, you got trackers, public data. And this all this data is sort of helpful for behavioral accountability. You have to know that anybody who is sort of behaving in the public, they won't behave badly, or if they're wherever they're behaving, if they know that they're being watched, or if even if they're lied to, like it's like, oh yeah, you're being watched, you're less likely to perform any sort of bad act, right? Because there's always eyes on you. There's always eyes on you. Arshdu. All right. See you next time. See you next time, man. Thanks for jumping in. We'll be back here Friday. So with leadership, leaders that with shady intent might perform quote unquote good leadership in the public through the public eyes, even though they aren't necessarily a good leader. If they know that they're being watched, this could have real benefits for those constituents or people who look to them. And all in all, you can't really fake it, right? You can't really fake being good or bad. It's just what it is. AI enforces surface level accountability for those who are in leadership, but it doesn't transform the heart of any system, of any public system, or any political system, any country, uh, any type of system, whether it be education, whether it be social media. Doesn't necessarily. It's not gonna transform it, right? But we're just getting better performance of bad leadership. That's all. I'm just learning how to lead bad, and it just you just get a better performance. So anyway, when it comes in terms of ethics and transparency, it's a two-edged sword, guys, right? So let's say this, for example. I'm going to pull out my pen and kind of write my notes as I'm sort of talking. Let's say for example, a leader uses AI tools to monitor staff and to streamline operations, and that's sort of happening now, right? It's for monitoring. It's for sort of putting an eye on operations and controlling narratives. That is sort of powerful, right? But isn't it just manipulative, right? Isn't it just a way to manipulate your subjects or your employees? Um, I don't know. That's a question. That's a question that remains to be seen. I would say, yeah, you're leaning towards being manipulative because people are just doing they're just doing the task just because they have eyes on them. So we know AI is used to number one, it's used to detect fraud and inconsistencies. Number two, it can be used to monitor employees, their conversation and every keystroke, everything that's put in the computer. And that's a potential overreach, right? Um, Back 10, 15 years ago, we used to call it Big Brother, like Big Brother's watching you. That was a show that was on public TV about cameras around. There was a reality show, and there were cameras put in the room, and people would act and sort of do certain things. And they're like, at one point, they forgot the cameras were there, so they started to perform and be themselves, and cameras were still rolling. So the Big Brother effect, right? The third thing is influencing the public's opinion about who they are, and this is a huge concern because the algorithm continues to feed you whatever you want to hear, and it becomes an echo chamber. That's why we've had political unrest in our country, even because people tend to side with their political beliefs, and the algorithm knows this, and the algorithm's like, okay, I'm just going to feed you more of what you want to hear, and you never get to hear the other side because the algorithm is a worker of the social platform that basically told it and is basically telling it. It's just like YouTube. YouTube is algorithm based, and YouTube wants to keep you online for ever if possible. YouTube wants to keep you online, so therefore it uses the algorithm to present certain videos to you so that you can keep watching. And the algorithm's very very wise. It knows exactly what you want to watch, even if it's something just random, because it just has so much data that it's been given. Um, People don't understand. No wonder uh, people like Elon Musk purchased Twitter, right? Because it was a big platform for data. This is data that has been years and years and years of data, and sort of that's sort of the invention of Gronk has sort of come to the surface and is being used now. And that was literally just because Elon Musk was willing to pay for Twitter at the time. I think it was just like a negative purchase to most, but he saw it as data and information. So what am I saying? The algorithm is sort of, even in this video, like it's the algorithm that actually brought you guys here for whatever reason. I don't know. But we're just we're just yeah, we're just here talking. But yeah, I say what I'm saying is the ultimate goal of the algorithm is to keep you on the social platform. And then it's like a no if you jump off because of video. Because if you do jump off as a result of being on my video or another video, YouTube's like, oh, I'm not going to put that video out to more people because somebody left the platform called YouTube. And so that's the thing. Like that's literally what it is. Let me see. Ranveer says, hey Ranveer, how's it going? Thank you for joining the chat. You guys let me know where you are watching from, where you're watching this video in the world. Leave me a comment, come in and say hi. If you don't already know it, I'm here every Tuesday and every Friday. I appreciate you guys for joining the chat. And yeah, we've had a good conversation so far. So far. The thing I want to ask you is, what is the intent of behind the AI usage? Because the intent behind the AI usage, it matters just as much as the technology itself. And so the intent to use it is basically you have to trace that back to whoever is using it, of course. In the hands of an ethical leader, AI is a spotlight, right? In the hands of an unethical leader, it can be a mask. So the difference between putting a spotlight on the leadership versus it being a mask situation. So AI can be also used as a check against leadership abuse. How about that? So this is an interesting turn. AI can not only be used by leaders, but it can be used on leaders, right? So so and we see that every day. But here's the thing: AI can flag inconsistencies in leaders' decisions over time. It can provide predictive models of what the leadership's going to do in the future, right? It can provide also dashboards powered by AI, and that those dashboards can increase a sort of like participation or participatory government structure, right? So, in a way, AI can act as a moral compass, only for the moment, right? Only for the moment, because you're sort of forcing. You got the eyes on people. You're sort of forcing them to act right. Um, AI could be AI can be so many things. It could be a lie detector. Even if the leader acts good for like for show, like just if the leader's acting good, their digital footprint will tell the truth over time. So all of the actions that they've done over a period of time, it's going to show, right? It's going to show. So I would say in the future, great leaders will not just be good at using AI, but they'll also be transparent about how they lead and their leadership style and how they communicate and the sort of policies that they put forth to their country, how they use it. They'll submit themselves to being watched. They'll be okay with being watched, right? And they'll sort of want to be held accountable. So if we get more leaders like that, AI won't be a threat, right? It'll be a tool for sort of justice, right? Because we've got cameras everywhere, and that's what's happening, right? I mean, people even have cameras. They got Alexa in their house. We got cameras in every room, and to me, that's sort of weird. Like, I don't want a camera recording me 100% of the time, but we're sort of going there. We're sort of in that space, and so um, yeah, that is the future of AI and leadership. Um, I'm sort of interested to see what's going to happen going forward, even in this discussion, right? So we've talked about leadership and AI, and bad leadership versus good leadership. Hopefully, whatever country you're in, you have a good leader. That can be argued here, but it is what it is. So let's see. We have any more comments in here, guys? Let me know where you're watching from. If you are watching for the first time, please come in and say hi, say hello to me. My name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. I appreciate you all for joining. We're literally here every Tuesday and Friday. I've thought about actually changing my date to Wednesdays and Fridays. I have a great music crowd on Wednesdays. Today's been good as well. I've seen you guys' comments. We've been up here talking just a little bit. So feel free to like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, we got into procrastination. Somebody asked about procrastination earlier. Um, Took a little bit of a deep dive into that because that's what I just like. I like to ask questions. If you guys are in the digital space, if you're looking to be in content creation, please reach out to me. Content creation is something that you absolutely should be in, especially if you have a business in 2025. There's no way in the world you can thrive. There's no way in the world you can generate income. There's no way in the world you can have foresight or be visible if you're not online. If you don't have an online presence, it's pointless. It's really pointless to sort of run a business without being online and being visible. That's just the reality of it. So I'm sort of here to help you if you have any questions about digital creation, content creation. Reach out to me. Reach out to me today, and we can set up a free consultation. I don't mind sitting in and talking and listening to what you have going on, what you're trying to start in terms of your business, if it's a side hustle, if it's whatever you're sort of looking at doing. Reach out to me, and I'd be happy to talk to you. So we're excited. I've got some other things. I think I'm going to come back on Friday. We're going to talk about some more revolutions. More specifically, Amazon. They're turning towards physical AI, and oh, that's what I talked about last time. Last time I talked about Meta. Zuckerberg has a lot of these social media platforms, a lot of these computer companies, those who live in Silicon Valley, they're turning back towards government programs to fund. Um, well, not to fund government. They're partnering with the government to certain things like, for example, the DoD, Department of Defense, Meta, not Medica. Meta has partnered a $100 million deal with the government to come up with these I think they're like headsets or whatever. Um, and so yeah, we've got a lot coming, a lot. So yeah, let me know in the chat where you're watching from. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel today. Um, yeah, so we continue to talk about it, and if you guys get a chance, go check out my videos on my page. If you have not already, go check out the videos. Let me know. What you do is, once you watch a video, go leave a comment down in the comment section and let me know you were part of the live crew today, and I'll respond to you. And yeah, check back here periodically. I just released a video yesterday talking about the digital race in the class of 2025. Uh, we have all of the major companies: Apple, Amazon, Google, And guys, like, we can't forget about Google. Google is absolutely, in my opinion, the number one company when it comes to the digitization of data and how data is stored, how it's tracked, how it's manipulated, how it's copied. Data is now digital gold, right? If you could look at it that way. And Google is pretty much the hub. And I know we've said before that, Google is a thing of the past. People don't really go to Google, but there's still billions and billions of people that use Google. I don't use Google as much today. I would say I probably like use Google to look up more news related things than I would to ask it how to program something or how to do something. Which I'm even like noticing I'm even tracking how I'm using Google. So I literally don't use Google anymore to like go and look up something. I may look up a current event. I may even look up, like, if I see like a movie in passing and I don't have enough time to like look at it, I'll go Google it and say, okay, what is this? So it's not really a research thing for me anymore. It's just more like, okay, what's either happening in the world, like sports, all of these things. So but it's still data at the end of the day. Data is absolutely considered uh as digital gold. So do, do you think that Google will Google will become and still be the leader in the collection of data and the copying of data in the future as all of these other companies just sort of come on the scene? Do you think this is something that Google can sort of hold its reins as being like the number one company, the number one digital or the number one platform for people to search? Or will it go into the night? I mean, what is your opinion about that? I'd like to hear it in the comments. My opinion on this is I'm sort of half and half, right? I don't think Google will go anywhere. Where there are a lot of tech watchers out there and digital creators like me who are starting to wrestle with um, this question because AI is really shaking things up, right? Google is the king of data. Google is still the heavyweight champion of research and searching and data, right? Let's not get it twisted. So I've got some statistics here to sort of prove my point. Google processes about 8.5 billion searches every day. 8.5 billion searches for Google. Google owns YouTube, which we're on. It's like the baby brother to big brother Google. It's the second largest search engine, right behind Google. They run Android. I bet you many of you didn't know that. Google runs Android. This is the world most used mobile OS. We're not even talking about Apple. This is Android. They dominate. Google dominates, absolutely dominates ads, online ads, analytics, email. Who in here has Gmail? I can't talk. Who in here has a Gmail account? Um, so from analytics to email to maps and even to documents, Google has a foothold on it. Google doesn't just collect data, but they own information highways, right? They own the roads, the highways, and where the data travels. So you can imagine data as being, like I said, digital gold. And so the highway to get that gold from one point to another is owned by Google. It's like makes sense. So right now, Google is still the top dog when it comes to digital data and discovery. There is a shift that's happening though, guys. There's a shift. And what are we seeing with this shift? And it's already happening today. What we're seeing is the erosion of traditional search. Like I just told you earlier, like I don't search Google as often as I have used to. With the rise of artificial intelligence, chat models, open source programs, voice assistants, with the rise of even TikTok. There's a TikTok style discovery. So it's a search by like how I'm feeling. Like I'm gonna keyword search based on what I'm feeling, not necessarily an actual research, right? these all of these specialized AI apps that recommend to you rather than you actually searching. So you're actually not going to search something; it's being recommended. Oh, maybe I should search this, right? So people are starting to bypass Google altogether. Um, you can ask a chatbot anything, right? It's like, where's the best place? Where's the best place to invest $10,000 this summer? And it'll give you it'll give you a straight answer, right? But this is where Google is vulnerable, right? Google's challenge going forward, I believe, they're going to have to defend this real estate, this data real estate, or reinvent themselves. Google knows this is coming, right? And that's why they launched Gemini, which was originally called Bard. Did you know Gemini was called Bard, BARD, which is weird. I don't know. Um, but they've launched Gemini. They've had a massive investments in AI, cloud, and quantum computing. But here's sort of the challenge, right? Google makes the majority of its money from ads. So ads are a huge source. And what's happening is all of the rest of these websites or search engines or AI bots, they are keeping Google out of the room when it comes to ads and AdSense and revenues. Um, and the ads live on Google's ads live on the old search model, and this is not good. So the big question is, can they lead AI, the AI future, without destroying the business model that they've been so effective at? So here's some things that can happen in the next 5 years with Google, right? And I'm interested to see, right? Google is going to reinvest, and it's going to continue to dominate. They're going to successfully blend AI product with their traditional search, which has been number one, and they're going to continue to stay number one. Um, we could see the splintering of search, right? Google's been in the news for being in an antitrust lawsuit, so we'll see what happens with that. Uh, or Google could just fumble, right? They could just fumble the AI shift. They could just, if they move too slow or they lose user trust, people just won't use you anymore. And they could be Yahoo, right? Yahoo is nothing. Who even talks about Yahoo? Yahoo.com. People may still have their Yahoo email accounts, but I sort of doubt it. My take on Google and the future of Google is not going away quietly. They have too much money, right? They got too much data. Data is going to drive everything, so they're going to use that way to sort of train its models. And Google has way too many smart workers, way too many smart people working for them. So yeah. So as creators, business owners, and leaders, there's something this is something to pay attention to, because this is changing right before our eyes, right? Here's the thing: where people search is where they trust, and where people trust is where the opportunity lies. So the opportunity is there for these search engines. Let's see, Tanush, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining the chat. How are you doing? How was your weekend? Uh, it's a faithful, faithful subscriber. Tanush is here. Tanush is here. Chief is here, is asking a question or saying the majority use incognito mode. Yeah, I think a lot of people do that. A lot of people will use like DuckDuckGo. I think that's another site that doesn't claim to use your data. But I don't know. I talked, guys. I actually talked about this a couple weeks ago, and it was in a video that I released. It wasn't a live, but I talked about Apple um, sort of getting to that data bag, right? Apple using data, and Apple traditionally has not. And I know I'm switching over, but Apple as a company traditionally has not used your data or your privacy. Um, but we know that's all not true, and so the research that what I've researched is Apple is technically not using your data against you, but they are. What they're doing is they're taking your data and putting it into this digital centrifuge mixed with AI data, and they're the centrifuge shakes it all up and it randomizes it, all that good stuff, and now it's become a synthetic data that Apple has, and it's like AI mixed with human data, and the synthetic data is still giving Apple what it needs in terms of how to sort of use your data. So it's saying it. Apple's saying they're not using your data, but they really are, is what I'm saying. So how about Firefox with an extension to block ads on sites? Let me read that again. How about Firefox with an extension to block ads on sites? Let me think about that. Let's see. Firefox is probably, yeah, that's probably a powerful and under the radar combo for privacy, speed, and focus online. Yeah, if you're sort of tired of Google tracking everything that you search and your pages, you can use the Firefox and ad block to have a sort of peaceful browsing experience. Yeah, so that's a good idea. Tanu says, Saturday is my birthday. Man, happy birthday to you. Tanush, are you gonna be on if I come on Saturday? I should come on, man. We have a birthday, a little small birthday get together with you and some of the other guys here online. What do you think about that? Or are you gonna be out and about doing things? I don't know. Tanush is probably what time is it there? Like 3 or 4? Well, let me know. Will you be up here? Yeah, I'll jump on. I'll jump on. We have a little birthday live celebration for you. You're turning 18, right? Is that correct? Talk back to me. Let me know. You turning 18. Chief says technically doesn't block it. Chief, I'm not sure. Like Chief, what are you saying? Are you saying that the Firefox and ad block it doesn't block it? Let me know what you're saying. What you're saying. I mean, and technically, I mean, we're basically talking about, hey, are these search engines really are they on the back end? How powerful is the data that's being collected? Because it is powerful data. It's very much so powerful data. So, Tanu says it's 5:21 p.m. Okay, cool. It's 25. Kush, Sarma, hey, what's up? Welcome to the chat today. Thank you for jumping in. You just joined. You just joined at the right time, man. We're here. How's it going? Let me know, Kush. Let me know in the chat how you doing. How you been? Thanks. It's been about a week since I've seen you on the chat. Thanks for joining back. Appreciate it. We're sitting up here just kind of talking back and forth. Oh, Tanu says my age of teenage is over. So you're gonna be 20. I thought you said you were gonna be 18, man. Oh well, welcome to the 20s. I was 20 like 23 years ago. Hey guys, like and subscribe to this channel if you get a chance. If you're enjoying this video, please like the video, subscribe to this channel. My name is Brett with Anvil. Yeah, this is tech. We're 100% things, 100% all things tech. Chris says I'm doing good. What about me? Oh, I'm doing fine, man. Just coming down from the weekend. Had a good time. Had sort of some time to lay low. Appreciate you asking that. Hope things have been well for you where you are. It's good to see you here in the chat. It's good to see you here in the chat. Tanush, you're 18. Yeah, I know you were saying you're 18. I thought you told me you were 18, so you're not 20. So you're still a teenage, man. 18 is teen. 19 is teen. So you got 2 years being a teenager, man. Enjoy those years. Tanush. How Tanush, how are your parents and your aunt and everybody? Hope everybody's good there. Let's see. Saddam says hi. Hey Saddam, how are you? Thanks for joining the chat, man. I appreciate you guys. Let me know where you're watching from. I can't remember. Maybe you've said it before in the past. Appreciate you for joining. If you have been here before, I feel like yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing good. From Afghanistan. Okay, sending love to Afghanistan, man. Appreciate you for joining the chat. You guys are awesome. I appreciate all my subscribers, man. Thank you all so much. Even if you haven't subscribed, you just kind of like coming up here to chill and hang out. This is what we do. This is a space for you. This is a space for commentary. This live space is sort of a space for us to chat, to talk, to yeah, to learn. All of that's good stuff. If Daniel was here, I think Daniel went to the dentist. He said he'll be back. I don't know if I'll be up here when he's back, but um, Daniel we Daniel was here. We'll be talking quantum computing, right? Yeah, so yeah, we could talk about quantum computing and AI and all this good stuff. Kush says, "What is the topic of the day?" Yeah, Kush. So I've been talking about leadership, like governmental leadership, and the future of governmental leadership. How transparent will government leadership be when it's affected by the presence of artificial intelligence? So the presence of you being recorded, you being monitored with leadership. What direction will we go? Leadership. How will leadership sort of be effective? If you're a good leader, you can use AI to be transparent. If you're a bad leader, AI can be watching you and force you to appear to be good, right? So that's what we've been that's what we've been talking about. Will leaders behave if they're being watched, right? Because AI, let's just be honest, AI leadership and being watched, when it comes to leadership, bad leaders uh, could start to use AI to do worse things. But maybe if AI is watching them, maybe they'll be better with leadership. So, how AI is going to affect leadership going forward, especially like government leadership. So that's um that's what we're talking. Saddam says, "Boy, you look very patient. Do I look very patient? I'm not sure." Yeah, yeah. Oh, Saddam says, am I Muslim? No, no, I'm not Muslim, but I have I have Muslim friends, and but no, I'm not Muslim. Not Muslim. Tanu says, yeah, my family's good. I hope it doesn't rain on my birthday. Oh yeah, man, get some sunshine over there in India. If it does, then my birthday party might get canceled. Oh man, we don't want that happening. You gotta have a contingency plan. Hopefully you got like a birthday you can have inside. But yeah, man, we have to celebrate you, man. Saturday. Are you gonna come on the chat if I'm live? You're gonna check me out and see if I'm up here so we can wish you a happy birthday. 18 is a big year. Big year, man. Are you still working out, Tanush? You still in the gym? What you got going on for the summer? Let's see, whatever chat. What else? Saddam. No, would I like to be Muslim? No, no, no. We're talking. This is a tech channel. Appreciate your interest in doing that, but like, no. If you get to know the truth about Islam, um, Tanu says yes. I'm gonna go for sure. Yeah, AM on my gym and it's going good. I lost 5 kilograms. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Awesome, awesome. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. So yeah, guys, we get up here and we talk about any and everything, any and everything. So I think, and I wanted to maybe get into quantum plus AI, the next digital revolution, and maybe we'll talk about that a little bit more in depthly on Friday, along with Amazon's new physical AI structure and how delivering these they're delivering these packages to you with AI. But quantum plus AI, basically, right now we're in a huge AI wave, right? Language models, we've got video generation, voice cloning, all of that. But the next wave is quietly building, which is quantum computing, and where it meets AI is gonna make everything just it's gonna make everything look like the digital dial-up internet. So, and we talked about this a little bit. I'm gonna get into it a little bit. But what is quantum computing? Let me give you the definition of quantum computing. So, quantum computing is, in essence, it's most computers work in with bits, ones and zeros, right? Quantum computing use qubits, which can be a one and a zero at the same time. That's confusing, but let's go further. A regular computer is a light switch on and off, right? But a quantum computer is like a dimmer switch, which gives you infinite shades. It's crazy. What does this mean? This mean the use of massive data, uncertainty and probability, complex pattern rec, uh, recognitions. It can solve problems through quantum computing. You can solve problems 1,000 times faster than current machines. Now, how much faster you have to get than point zero second, 0.03 seconds? Like, how much faster do you need to be? What happens when AI meets quantum? Well, AI becomes even smarter, even faster. And here's the thing. Here's the problem with that. Like, so AI is growing at such an alarming rate now, to where the government and government policies and structures do not have regulation. They cannot box it in. So most governments have antiquated rules and regulations. I would say even like the U.S. government's the laws here are probably through 2002, right? I mean, they just need to be updated because we're in such a vast and growing digital age, digital system. So let's see what questions do you have here? Um, Tanu said, "LOL," and I thought I am a big man after turning 18. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like. I don't know. Is 18 considered adult where you are? Let me know. Kush says AI is powerful in many ways. It can help others, but I guess government will stop it if it starts going against them. Yeah, but that's the question, Kush. Like that's like, I mean, the question lies in your answer. Will it be able to? Will government be able to keep up with AI's ever growing structure? Right. Um, Saddam says, "Am I a computer science student?" Uh, are you saying you are a computer science student, or are you asking me if I am one? I'm not sure. Um, Tanu says, "I literally get dreams on AI where I meet a robot or change clothes using AI and also fly." Yeah. Well, Tanush, you flying in your dreams. That means you're having a lot of fun there. Um, Saddam says, "Bro, you have to save to see comment section too." Okay. Um, Kush says, "Well, it's 10% for them to stop it." Yeah, yeah. Oh, Saddam says, "Am I a computer science student?" No, no, I'm not. I'm not a student at all. I'm not a student at all. Box says, "You can't hear me to speak louder." Can you guys hear me in the chat? You guys not hear me? I've got my thing on. You guys not hear me in the chat? Let me know. Let me know if anybody else can't hear me. Maybe you need to turn your volume up, Baki. I'm not sure. Guys, don't forget to like this channel or subscribe to this channel, Anvil Music Media. Give me a subscription on this channel. Baki says my voice is low. Is my voice low, guys? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me here? Everybody else is saying my voice. Nick, welcome to the channel. This is your shout out, man. Welcome to the channel. So nice to meet you. I hope you have subscribed. I just gave you a shout out. Thank you for joining. Thank you for leaving a comment, man. I appreciate it. I'm shouting you out, Nick. There you go. Tanu says, I declare you as one of the chillest streamers ever on YouTube. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, man. I'm just chill. Yeah, I can't. I just be me, right? I don't know. Maybe I am chill. Well, I'll take that as a compliment, man. Thank you so much. You're chill also. You're pretty chill too. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. What Nick says I should do modeling. I don't know. Not. I'm past my modeling years. I don't know if I could do modeling, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Who else is up here? Saddam, no, I don't have or use WhatsApp. I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube talking now. This is where you are. The rest of you guys, yeah, like this video. If you're enjoying this, subscribe to the channel. Let me know where you're watching from in the world. We're currently in comment mode. I'm addressing comments here. Let's see. Tanu says, "Way well, maybe chill in chat, but not in reality, because in reality, I'm an introvert." Oh yeah, in reality, you're an introvert. I'm an introvert too, man. I am too. I just decided to come on this channel because uh, I procrastinated for a long time to do this. This is something that I wanted to conquer this fear of coming online and being on here and being able to talk to you all. And it's been rewarding, right? This is what this is what it is. Chris says, WhatsApp ban is there? No, we're not. WhatsApp is not banned here, but hey. um but yeah, so anyway, um guys, I want you guys to join me every Tuesday and Friday. I'm here online on live this very moment. So if you guys get a chance, come back on the chat, come back on the live, come say hello, even if you drop in for a little bit. Don't forget to go and watch some of my videos. Go check out some of my videos that I have online. I'm in the midst of about 2 or 3 brand deals. These people keep calling me and not calling me, they keep emailing me about these brand deals, and I'm like, I don't I mean, it's good to sort of, they want to advertise to you because you guys are a community. We obviously have uh, I have something good that's going on this channel, and companies would rather spend the money and want me to advertise to you than they actually advertise to you. So I'm not gonna choose. You guys don't have to worry about that. I'm not necessarily gonna sit here and just throw different. If you notice, I haven't really advertised anything to you guys. In fact, this video is sponsored by Anvil Music and Media. This video right here is sponsored by Anvil Music and Media. So if you like to donate, sure, go right ahead. You can donate. Kush was saying I was saying that in sarcasm. Someone asked you if your number. Oh, for my number. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. I'm not on WhatsApp. I have enough guys. Like, I got enough programs to communicate. And you want to reach out to me, email me, Anvil, ANVILL, musicmedia@gmail.com. You can check me out. I'm on IG. I'm on Twitter. I'm here on YouTube. So you're talking to me now. We can talk right now. Um, WhatsApp, I don't need another communication device. It just doesn't make sense to me. Tanu says, "How do you increase in height? You drink milk? I don't know." Tanush, how tall are you? You're 5'11", right? How tall do you want to get? Because you've got about another 3 years to grow. So you're not finished. You'll probably grow another two, maybe 1 inch or 2 inches. I believe. I believe you will. Any other comments up here? Guys, I'm not gonna talk all day. I'm gonna have to get my day started. Any other I'm knocking the camera off. Any other comments? Tanush says, "Yeah, I'm 5'11", but I still want to get to 6 feet." You'll get to 6 feet. You're not gonna. It's not gonna. You're not gonna. You'll get to 6 feet. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You'll hit 6 feet, no problem, no problem at all. Any other questions you guys have? Any news? Anything you'd like to share today? This has been a great chat. It's been a great live. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, thank you for the support. I guess this is the chillest live. We are pretty chill and pretty laid back. That's just who we are. Hey, what do you want me to say? Somebody, you're not the first one, Tanya, to say that this has been a chill live. Because that's what we do. We chill. And if you guys knew what time it is, you would absolutely understand why it's chill. Kush says, "I don't think being 6 feet will make any difference." I will. I mean, it's a rounded number, 6-0. That's rounded off. 5'11", sort of an odd number. It's like, I made it to 6 feet. I think I'm like 5'11 and a half, but I may be 6 feet. I don't know. 6 feet on a good day. I wear platform shoes, right? But you'll have to ask Tanush that. Like, why do you want to be 6 feet? Why not 6 feet 1, right? Why not 6 feet 1? Why not 6 feet 2? I don't know, something we can discuss, but 6 feet is that's a good but I don't know how you can increase your height, man, to be honest with you. I think um, your food intake, I'm not sure. I think your height's kind of predetermined based off of your parents. Are your parents tall? Tanush, do you have tall parents? Do you have a tall dad or tall like uncles? Maybe. I don't know. Kush says I'm 6'2", still single. Well, being single doesn't have anything to do with your height. Can't build body fast because of long muscle is a pain. So you saying you got long muscles because you're 6 feet 2? Yeah, 6 feet 2 is kind of tall. It's not the tallest, but it's tall. Yeah. But guys, I appreciate you guys for joining. Any other comments? Anybody else like to let me know where you're watching from? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel today. Meet me here again on Friday. I may come on tomorrow. I may come on Wednesday. We'll see what happens. But meet me here. I'm here every Tuesday and Friday on live. And I appreciate you guys for joining. It's been an amazing time. Thank you guys again. And yeah, to everyone in the chat, man, I hope everybody has a good day, a good evening, and we'll see you soon. All righty.